Hello guys, this is FairBinaryOptions.com and we are continuing our Binary Options Academy program, and it is time to look at one of the most interesting and important Japanese candlesticks techniques, and this is being called the stars, or the morning or the evening stars. Like the name suggests, morning and evening stars are basically reversal patterns, and a morning star is always to be found at the end of a bearish trend, signaling possible bullish conditions to come. And an evening star, of course, it will come, or it is to be found at the end of a bullish trend, signaling bearish conditions to come. Such a formation, or the morning or the evening star, let me write here on the screen that we're looking at morning stars. This is the Japanese concept anyways, and try to imagine that there is a whole theory based on this Japanese candlestick techniques, interpreting the candles. It is mandatory to have a candle chart here and not a bar or a line or a table. And of course, you can look for them on any specific time frame. In this case, it is the Euro US dollar, the daily chart. We'll do a couple of examples, but that will be on the second part of our project. In the first part, I would like to establish a bit the rules and what these patterns are really looking like. Now, a morning star, like mentioned a bit earlier, it is a reversal pattern, or the stars are reversal patterns. So it is a reversal pattern. It is not a reversal pattern like the ones that you know from Western branch, so to say, of the technical analysis field, but this one comes from Japan, and it is looking something like this. If you take a short trend line, the morning stars are to be found after a downward trend, so the trend is to the downside, something like this, trend coming to the downside, and then it's forming such a pattern. The first candle is a red one. So this is the first candle. Then you need a small candle which can have either a red body or a white body. It doesn't really matter. So the candle would be something like this. And let's try to make it let's say green, because it doesn't really matter. So a small candle like this, and then of course the other candle to follow, or the third one, needs to be a green one, or the opposite of the previous one, like this. And this pattern is being called a morning star. Now, maybe I didn't represent them on the graphic that well, but we'll do some examples. So this is a morning star, a reversal pattern. This is a bullish outcome. So after such a pattern, you should look into buying call options with the expiration date being given by the time frame this pattern is being identified. The higher the time frame, the powerful the pattern. Now, all these stars and let's say bullish or bearish patterns, the reversal patterns, are representing basically a battle between bulls and bears. So don't expect that after such a pattern price will jump and move aggressively only to the upside. I mean, this is happening also, but you should look for buying the call option somewhere on the 50% retracement of such a pattern. Now these are the morning stars, but again the evening stars represent exactly the same. With the difference, or with the big difference, that they are coming after a bearish trend, after a bullish trend, sorry. So you have a bullish trend to the upside, something like this. And just like that, the first candle is a strong green candle, followed by a candle with a small real body, but the body doesn't really, oops, not that one, sorry. The body doesn't really matter. All right. So the body, it doesn't really matter how it is. I mean, green or red. Let's make this one red, for example. And then the very next candle needs to be a strong bearish candle, and this is being called an evening star. Now, as you can see, the stars, the morning stars and the evening stars, are a three candle structure. They should not be interpreted separately, but they should be interpreted together. This is the pattern. It is more powerful than a simple hammer or than a simple hanging man. Also, this being Japanese candlestick patterns, reversal patterns, when you look at the technical analysis side. But this one here is more powerful as it involves a group of candles. If in the case of the morning stars, you should look into buying call options. In the case of the evening stars, of course, we should look into buying put options. The call options normally should be, and the put options should be advisable to be bought on a retest, so price to do the pattern, trying to take the lows again, failed, and this would be the appropriate place to go and buy the call options. On the evening stars, the opposite is true as well. This would be the pattern. Wait for bulls to come again to take the highs. On a failure there, buy put options with different expiration date based on the time frame the pattern is identified. Now, if the time frame is a 5-minute chart, then you should look to buy calls on puts with very short term expiration date. But if it is on the bigger time frames, then you look for end of day or end of week or stuff like that. Thank you for being here. This is only the first part of morning stars and the evening stars as a reversal patterns when you trade binary options based on any financial asset. In this time, we looked at the currency markets. And stay tuned for the second part, as we will look at classical examples on the euro US dollar. We have 2 examples on this chart, and we'd like to share with you where would be or when would be the appropriate time or moment to buy put or call options. Again, thank you for being here at binaryoptions.com. With our sponsor Lioneye, we are continuing our Binary Options Academy project.